Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the newest EP from up-and-coming emo rapper Dior. This is the first EP from Mr. Dior, and I actually think that this guy has a lot of potential of being a great commercial artist, along with the likes of Roddy Ricch or maybe even Little Skies. But I think that Dior is incredibly underrated, so without further ado, let's get right into it. We kick off this EP with Ian talking about his excessive and reckless lifestyle with Paradise. He touches a lot on drug consumption and how the paradise he gets to is when he's intoxicated. He sings very emotionally over this melodic guitar beat that reminds me a lot of his song Emotions. He basically says he has a problem and that he just doesn't care about himself. I am a sucker for a good melodic guitar instrumental, and Ian definitely makes the best of it. Honestly, lyrically there's not a lot here, very basic similes and stuff you'd hear from emo rappers trying to stay positive, talking about the money they got and how large their cock is. I more like this song for the beat and the melodies he has during the chorus. Other than that, if you could pass on basic lyricism, it's a good track. Then we move to the next track, Pretty Girls. First off, I already love the song because it interpolates Gives You Hell by the All-American Rejects. This song is definitely a pop-punk track, not even because of the way the beat sounds, just because of Ian's vocals. It reminds me a lot of old school All Time Low or maybe even State Champs. This song is also very catchy. The same structure as Gives You Hell, which I can't deny, it's working if he's trying to top the pop charts. I get the feeling the song is about how Ian is going to have a fun time, but his ex is just kind of not leaving him alone, and how they only hit him up when they're bored or they need something from him. Honestly, this is just a guilty pleasure song for me, to be honest. Then we move to Sickness. This song just seems a little all over the place subject-wise, but I can appreciate it a lot for Ian's flow work throughout, as he shows a lot of versatility in his flow ability as the song continues, as he goes from his very high energy singing flow in the chorus, and then moves to this very staccato flow I wasn't a big fan of at first. Then he moved to this really higher tempo that gave him more ability to rhyme, and I think it works a lot better than previously thought. The beat kind of reminds me of a slowed down version of Mox's Love Curse, which is a collaboration I would love to see from them in the future. Then we move to Shameless. This song has a pretty hard beat and a pretty hilarious wordplay about him having sex, just like Shameless's notoriously graphic sex scenes, but other than that, it's a pretty forgettable track. We then move to Psycho. This song is a pretty good solid banger, which uses a lot of hard distortion, but still manages to deliver a very melodic beat on top of it. And something else is that this song interpolates Almost Psycho, which, if you don't know, was Ian Dior's original moniker. This song actually was about an ex-girlfriend that he was torn over, and it seems as if this song is just trying to be the complete opposite, as he flexes his fame and wealth and how much happier he is, which you guys know I'm not too big on brag raps, but it's kind of interesting that it's the same song by the same artist, but completely different messages, which you can take it as him just wanting to make a brag rap song. If you know the story just behind the original track, it makes a lot more sense. And then we move to Sick and Tired featuring MGK and Travis Barker. Let's just say I expected a lot more from these three. I have loved MGK's shift from pop punk to pop punk and pop rock from rap, and ever since I Think I'm Okay, I think seeing these two on a song means we're gonna get a very hard-hitting pop punk instrumental, but nah. We get a pretty basic pop beat with an added guitar string between some kicks and 808 drums. Like, the song had a lot of potential on the surface, but let's just say when MGK starts his band, I would not like to see Ian Dior be the lead vocalist of it. Then we move to Runaway Kid. This song starts off with some harmonizing with some lovely soul-backed vocals at the beginning. This song kind of talks about how he gets high and he runs away from home, talking about how he doesn't have a lot of trust to anyone at all either, and he doesn't really do it on purpose. I wish a lot of the tracks on this EP were a little bit longer. This song has a pretty interesting beat, and Ian comes in with a lot more energy than a lot of the other tracks on this EP, which I find really interesting and very melodic and enjoyable to listen to. And then we move to A Good Day. Honestly, this track is pretty melodic, and it kind of talks about how he wants to strive for more money, more fame, more respect, something we've heard many times from many different artists. Honestly, the song just seems very unnecessary on this EP, so it's a skip for me. We close out the EP with Prospect featuring Lil Baby. Honestly, this is a typical Lil Baby rap track, talking about fame, money, and hoes. And I say Lil Baby because this is a clear beat made for Lil Baby. It just seems like Ian Dior was featured on his own song. Lil Baby definitely does better and carries the song throughout, and that's all I gotta say about it. My final thoughts on this album: not a lot of great lyricism, barely any wordplay or figurative language that I could say showed any kind of impressive ability. The vocals were pretty decent, but not too impressive. Most of the songs were okay. It seems like Ian is still trying to find his style or his signature sound, which is understandable because he's still a young guy, he's still trying to figure out his type of style that he wants to go with. There's a lot of experimentation on this album for a mixtape. There's a lot of experimentation on this EP. So I'm actually going to be giving this album a 4 out of 10, which is going to put it into the okay category. I hope you guys enjoyed this EP review. And if you guys don't know, I have a playlist that you can listen to about all the albums that I plan to review or will review in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later.